Killing a little time. Killing a little time. And I'll shout it out now. And I'll do it again at the end. But Video Game Study Lounge, GameChops, YouTube. Love this music. It appeals to who I am. What are we doing today? What are we doing today? There's a couple things we could do. We'll see. Few different options. One of them I kind of want to explore. I do have an option I'd like to explore. We'll see. Actually, I'm gonna push for it pretty hard. I'm gonna push for it pretty hard. But I do have an idea that I want to kind of start building on. Mostly because in the end, it's gonna heavily involve viewers like you. So yeah, and I think it would be an absolute blast. Would be just awesome. The best thing. So that might be what that's gonna be what I push for. So I guess that's what we're doing today. It's a good option, I think. It's a good option. So, let's just kind of check things out a little bit. I'm kind of bouncing all over the place, as is the usual. But today might be a little bit more so, just because for my campaign that I DM, I'm pretty well caught up on stuff. However, and because of that, I really don't feel a huge need. There's some stuff that I could work on, and I'd like to be able to do that. But there's a couple things I have to do to prepare for actually streaming those next parts, and I haven't done them yet. So, that's kind of one reason why I'm not going to be talking about my normal campaign. Another reason is the fact that it got called off for today. So that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Because these things happen. So, and it is what it is. So less urgency on getting things planned out. I probably should and could take advantage of this by actually planning things. That way I'm not under an absolute rush to get things done, or I don't feel the stress of I don't feel the pressure of having to rush anything. But of course I'm not gonna do that, because again, it's kind of something that I'd have to plan for. Mostly because I guess I could just say it. It's terrain building. That's it. It's terrain building, and I don't want to do terrain building on stream, especially if it's going to be involving like hot wire cutter, which normally I'd want to get some like rough pieces cut before I actually stream that. That said, anybody that may have missed it, I tweeted about it, but I do have a desk cam set up, and I think if I turn it on, nothing weird is going to be shown. Here, I'm going to turn it on real quick. And there it is. There's my desk cam. So I'll go ahead and wave my hand underneath it. Yay, there. That's that. So I'll actually be able to do like mini painting and crafting and stuff like that on stream now, which is super awesome. And I'm looking very, very, or I'm really looking forward to it. I'm very, very much looking forward to doing that. I'm going to turn that off. And hello, Versius. I have a very authoritative, but also very comforting voice. Thank you. I think. That's funny. And first time chat. Nice. A lot of people have said I have a very deep voice. I'm not exactly sure where I got it from, because as far as I can remember, none of my family has as deep a voice as I do. But I've also had people tell me that I'm intimidating, and I don't intend to be, and it's made me wonder if the voice is part of that. You think it's a good thing? Fair enough. Just deep AF. Yeah, it's pretty fucking deep. And it's not even the deepest I can go. I save the deep stuff for my orc voices and stuff like that. But hey, thanks for stopping by, showing up. So yeah, I'm kind of getting more set up. I'm getting more equipment. It's kind of nice, and eventually I will be doing more well, I say more. I haven't done it yet. But eventually I will be doing mini painting and terrain building, and I've got this box of Warhammer minis that I need to put together. So I'll probably do that on stream, which very, very likely means that I'll end up doing 2 days a week instead of 1 day a week on my D&D stuff. Or just tabletop stuff in general. So yeah, no, I'm excited about that. But we're not going to be utilizing it today because, one, as you can see, I have crap in the way. And I don't feel like cleaning on camera. And two, I have this idea. And I'm going to repeat this because I don't think you were in here, Versius, when I said this. I have an idea that I want to implement, and it's going to take quite a bit of planning. But it would essentially be a D&D game for my viewers. And I think that would be absolutely awesome. Say it. The trouble is I can't run a typical D&D game because I can't have everybody in my chat be a character and all of that. And rolling dice would be the idea is just completely out the window, because it would either be lottery chance to see who gets to roll the d20, which I do have a d20 command, or everybody gets to roll, and it's just messy. Mark Songs, hey, how's it going? We could. You're still eager to play D&D? Versus, but yeah, that's kind of where I ran into trouble, because I don't have a problem with DMing. I'd like to avoid the forever DM role as much as possible, but for my stream, I'd love to run you guys through a scenario or something, or even a full campaign. It's just trying to figure out how to do it. But I have an idea. And I don't pimp my stuff that often. But if you follow me on Reddit, you'll probably see a post that I put up last night, or I think it was sometime yesterday, mentioning choose your own adventures, the old choose your own adventure books. So you probably can guess where I'm going with that. Just give us stat blocks and maybe make it a redeem per each game. True. The only trouble is, what do I do if everybody hits that redemption at the exact same time? That way you can manage how many participate at a time. Yeah. Although, I guess there are timers that I can set up, so it's like, oh, each person can redeem it once, but it can only be redeemed every so often, and so on and so forth. Oh yeah, the timer. I need to turn that off. Give me a second, because I set that up when I was playing Tiny Tina's, and I totally forgot about it. Gonna give my Reddit a follow. You don't have to. You don't have to. And I'm not as active on there as I would actually like to be. But yeah, that's usually where it's either during these Saturday streams or on Reddit. I'm doing most of my D&D talk. Okay, there. Now stream elements shouldn't be putting that message out because I'm not playing Tiny Tina's right now. But thank you, Versius. So in following this kind of choose your own adventure idea, and I kind of want to do this one because then it's easier, because then I can actually use the polls in stream in order to let all my viewers actually choose. And, you know, having channel points available to increase your votes or anything like that, I absolutely could do. Because I need more ways for people to spend channel points, because right now people are accumulating a lot. And I have a feeling my hair color will never be natural ever again. The other thing you could do is allow redeems for control of various NPCs during a regular game. Chat plays the villain. So, that's... I'd have to actually think about that and figure out exactly how I'd want to implement that, but it's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea at all. And reminds me of what I did originally with my campaign, and that was... I let one of my friends that really had no interest in D&D, but still wanted to be involved a little bit. I let him make the decisions for my BBEG. And yeah, it resulted in some stuff that I hadn't planned for, that I wasn't expecting, and it made it a little bit more interesting, but it can definitely make things go even farther off the rails than normal. But nice, yeah. But yeah, I feel like something choose your own adventure-y would be fun. I just gotta figure out exactly how I want to do it, you know? And actually, no, that's not even the biggest part. I kind of know how I want to do it. I need to figure out what the story would be. And that's going to be the worst part. And I've already looked into, like, oh, could I just read one of these books on stream? No, I can't. No, I can't. Otherwise, I'd do that. Unless I got permission from the, like, publisher or something. And that's not going to happen. But yeah, so that's kind of where we're at. And as usual, it's my typical D&D stream. So if anybody has ideas, feel free to throw them out. If anybody needs ideas, feel free to ask. This is a discussion space. This is a idea sharing space. This is an idea stealing space. That's the biggest thing. We steal ideas here. And that's fine. We encourage it. Yeah, really just anything. Oh, and let me double check. Now I'm all paranoid that I didn't actually get everything set up correctly from my last stream. which I didn't. Okay, cool. Yep, all that looks good. Perfect. Wonderful. Now I'm all set up. Rogues Guild for DMs. Yeah, exactly. No, it's a safe space. It's a safe space. And I've encouraged it every single stream. I always will, because that's the whole reason I'm doing this. And I think I say this in every single stream, but this is my time to plan my campaigns. So, whether I'm streaming it or not, it was still gonna happen. So I figured, you know what, I'm just gonna put it on stream, and then it gives me the opportunity to actually talk out my ideas with other folks. So it's been absolutely fantastic, and I will probably never stop doing these specific types of streams. Although they'll very, very likely switch from being Saturday streams to Friday streams in the next couple weeks, just because of schedule changes for my wife, which means that we'd be able to play D&D earlier on Saturdays, so I won't have time for Saturday streams. Unless it's late at night, which I guess I could do Saturday night streams. That'd be fun too. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. I will talk forever. But let's kind of. Hey, Trash Tendo, and there I go getting sidetracked again. How's it going, buddy? How's it going? So yeah, let's I'm gonna start working on stuff. And of course, as is the usual, I'm gonna talk my way through it. That way I can actually hear it. Saturday night's all right for streaming. Yeah, it wouldn't be until like the middle of the night, I don't think. It's iffy. Because it's funny, we usually go over there to play D&D or board games in general, and we usually get there at about 6 p.m. and then we're there until 11 or midnight. But we've had some Saturdays where we've been able to go over earlier, and we get there at like 2, and we're still there until like 11 or midnight. So I don't know. It all depends. It all depends. So, classes. Let's talk classes, because if we want it to be a D&D-esque, right? If we want it to be, well, I say D&D. Life is medium rare. Well, I guess that could be. It could be worse. Could be worse. Unless medium rare is perfect for you. I don't know. I like I like it cooked a little bit more, and I hope we're talking about steak. Don't eat medium rare chicken, folks. That's like eating Tide Pods. Classes for chat. Yeah, kind of. So because it would be an adventure, I'd want to give them options. However, yes, could be better. Well, at least it's not the absolute worst, Trash Tendo. Life is medium rare, yeah. Yeah, so classes, because I still want it to be RPG-ish. I'm gonna try to stick with saying TTRPG and RPG-ish, because it's not specifically D&D. Hey, and Joe, thanks for the follow. It's not D&D. It's not Dungeons and Dragons. It's not gonna be Wizards of the Coast. So first level, yeah, kind of. I guess it's more like starting level. Because we're not going to be going by the 5th edition books. We're really not going to be going by any books. We're just going to kind of pick a character, and after we pick a character, we are just gonna start walking through a story. The character will have their various abilities, and just like in a choose your own adventure book, you're not gonna have full freedom, but we're gonna kind of try to plan out some paths. And then chat will give that's one thing I forgot. And that all right, hold on, I'm sorry, I apologize for this. I have to get my stream timer up. Okay. Thanks, Shiz, for showing up. I don't know what I'd do without you. Oh, do I not have the timer on this scene? I don't have the timer on this scene. To be honest, you would just create a first level stat block for each PC class. That's very simplified. So that's the thing. It's not really creating a system. Well, it's big, but it works. And I don't know if that's a phrasing thing or what, but all right, that works. First things first. There we go. 10 minutes. No cussing. Let me get a timer on my phone. Because now I have to, or I can only talk in single syllable words for 5 minutes. I made that one last night. All right. 3, 2, 1. Go. So, me talk weird for now. TBH, you would just make a one. Right. Thing is, it don't need rules. It don't need frame. I hate this. I'm dumb. So class is loose term. Me orc talk good. Class is loose term. Man, lady, don't, not huge for, word list of make Mark, you right. You right. I start over. I should turn off for this, but I won't. Hey, Jay. It fine, go on? Yes. So what I think is no, it don't mind frame. It don't need frame. What does the... Ooh. That word too big. BTW. For new, this is a one sound word he do. Yeah. This hard. This way hard. Idea came from a kids game. I'm real dumb. So, frame, no. Free, yes. So, sects. You know, sect. Rogue. No. You're right. Idea. Go over. So sects. Ooh. You big brain. Me type. Me type. So, we have 1, 2, oh, and I zoom. I can't cuss. That makes this hard more. So 1 sect top. I guess more strong. Two more two more flip, dodge, dip, duck, dive. You know. You know. Good stunt. Yes. Good stunt. Yes. Good stunt and dodge. We know. We know. I keep look here for time. This hard. Sect 2. Not so much schools. Not so much schools. But type. Light and dark. Fuck. Three, 5 more time than big words. Why use big word when small word do trick? Yes. So not school, but type. Could do oh, thank God. Okay, that was the worst. That was like 10 minutes because I kept fucking it up. Oh my God. Oh my God. I need to make it not 5 minutes. Why you set new time? Because every time I fucked up and I said a multi-syllable word, I restarted the timer. So that went on for like 10 minutes. And I regret it. Okay, so I'm gonna try to say this really fast. School. We could go schools. We could go types. I was thinking just going with 2 options: light magic and dark magic. Dark magic could be fire. You're welcome. Thanks, Shiz. Dark magic could be like fire, ice, poison. I don't want to go super into it. Maybe just like fire, ice, and like death magic or necromantic magic. Now I can be a homo sapiens again. And then light magic can be healing magic, holy magic, literal just light magic, maybe a little bit of lightning, I don't know. Oh. So what were you talking about that whole time? Choosing the classes, because obviously we want I don't want to, lay out all 13 5e classes for chat and go, all right, folks, pick from this and vote from this. Especially because the Twitch polls, they only allow for so many options. I think 5 at the most. So I'd like to keep it fairly basic. That way it's kind of easier for everybody to pick. Because if folks wanted to go more, strong character, if we went with 5e classes, oh god, they're gonna get split up between the barbarian and the ranger and the fighter. But if everybody just wants to do that, then we go, okay, well, you're just gonna be a fighter. Wizard, fighter, cleric, rogue, like basic D&D. Yeah, actually, yeah, pretty much that. And I don't know why I didn't think of that. Yeah, I'm gonna write that in. Fighter, Rogue. Ba, 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 ba. Oh no, what am I doing? Bro, what cleric rogue? Yeah, you've never played a cleric rogue before in any game? Those were the classic for basic. Yeah. When you started playing, oh, Mark Songs showing his age. Wow. But that's cool. That's cool. And because of that, I'm gonna assume you played with Gary Gygax. Multiclassing never did. Yeah, multiclassing's a thing. Sneaky healer, yeah. But I mean, there are other RPGs that have allowed you to multiclass, and I've made weird characters. There's actually there's an MMO I played. It's a free MMO. It's not super great. Runes of Magic, and it allowed for it had a multi-classing system, and one of the characters I did make was a rogue healer, and it was honestly, it was fun, and it kind of worked. You did not play with Gygax? You Gen X? Oh, okay. Not a boomer. Oh man, he would be, wouldn't he? Yeah, because I guess he was probably, I don't know his personal information. I mean, I guess he was born in the late 50s. Yeah? Mid to late 50s? I feel like that would make sense. So yeah, pretty much just like this. Oh god. My brain hurts. I got that inspiration from a kid's game that should not be a kid's game. It's super difficult. What is it called? Oh, it's called Poetry for Neanderthals. And the game forces you into talking in single syllables. And if you ever speak with more than one syllables, you get hit with an inflatable bat. So that's fun. Oh, and I missed a follow. PHP, thanks. I feel bad for that. Oh, he was born in 38? Ooh. Oh, yeah. All right. Well. So yes, I pretty much, I wanted to go, I actually, when I was thinking about it, I just kind of wanted to do this. Like 2 physical, 2 magical. Same in Xenoblade Chronicles, and it's technically a kid's game. Yeah. I'm gonna kind of, give this my own basic flavoring. No. There we go. Soldier, Thief, Dark Mage, Light Mage. That way Final Fantasy can't sue me either. Martial artist. I know, that's, well, like, I don't know. Like, a martial fighter isn't necessarily, like, I don't know, but when people hear martial, they think of martial artist. They think of monk, or, you know, like a boxer or something like that. Somebody who actually fights hand-to-hand combat, typically, or they're, you know, you have that mental image. But that's kind of what the artist part is of martial artist. It's those who make more of a spectacle out of it. Not just for the viewers, but also, I mean, somebody starts flailing around and they know what they're doing, but you don't know what they're doing. That can really throw you off. You can use whatever is in the whatchamacallit. Ah, yes. SRD? True. Shang-Chi and the Legends of the Ten Rings. Or Shang-Chi. Jeez. I try to pronounce stuff as correctly as possible. Yeah. So this is good. This is good. This is good. I think this. Hold on. Hold on. What if I do mage and priest? This gives us a little more. This gives us a few more options for playing around. Because then we can kind of build off of what we want. Feng Sai Yuk or Wong Fei Hong, and I'm like really actually trying to pronounce that correctly. You recently played Skyrim again, and you just have to steal. Thief. It's like a rule. And I don't know if. Well, okay. So later on, depending on how far chat actually gets, if they don't die, or as long as they don't die, and I'll run it kind of like I'll run it like D&D. I'll run it like D&D because in D&D the DM doesn't want to kill the players. Usually the DM doesn't want to kill the players, or at least that's the way it should be. But if you look at like choose your own adventures, wait, did you say chat? Yes, I said chat. Trash Tendo. This is kind of me planning out a choose your own adventure D&D TTRPG, not D&D, TTRPG game for chat that everybody can participate in. So eventually I'll kind of let you guys specialize one way or another, I think. So we can kind of give like 2 options per. For the soldier, I don't know. What I don't like the term. Well, here. Ooh, hold on. How do I want to do this? How do I want to do this? I see, now I don't like the term soldier. Okay, so I want to do. Whoops. I want to do 2 options, right? Let's say one's a tank, and the next one is more dexterous. So we can kind of go both ways, right? So what if we did like the thief? If we went something more strength based, we could go with like a thug or I'm just gonna type stuff out, and it's not gonna look pretty. That kind of thing. And thug, yeah. Sneaky snitch, like like the song. But then, we're kind of giving options. So you can go strength, or you can go strength dex. You can go dex, or you can go dex strength, that kind of thing. So the dex strength would be kind of this top option here. Strength would be this top option here. Dex, I guess, would just be more like assassin, right? And then we can kind of do the you go to Doc Dex. With this one, mage. I think for the mage, wait, before we do this, can we talk about ability scores? Because a lot of this could be So I'm not planning on having ability scores. And you can kind of, you know, feel free to give your input. Because I'm totally open to that. But I want to make it simple on the character creation side, right? Because if I make it simple on the character creation side, then it's more about kind of the role play ish. So it's all rolled into one thing. Yeah. So essentially, how I would end up writing it is if you guys went thief, from this point on, after you choose your class, all of your options are kind of gonna be, you'll have strength options occasionally, or you'll probably have a strength option, you'll have a dex option, you'll have roleplay options, maybe like a charisma option, but it's not going to be called that. But I'll give you options specifically designed for whatever class that you guys pick. So, and you know, sometimes they won't be. You can do strength, arcana, and dexterity. Yeah, but again, it's not gonna be like it's not gonna be like a Fallout challenge where it lists what ability you're using, because we're gonna cut out the abilities essentially, and it's gonna be a little complicated, and I still have to work through the actual mechanics on my own and figure out how I want to do it. But you know, if you went with like priest, a lot of your options are gonna be, oh, you know, I'll heal this, or I'll use my light magic or my holy magic to burn it with holy fire or anything like that. So it's not gonna be what's the strength option, what's the dexterity option, what's the arcana option. It's gonna be what's the physical option, what's the magical option, what's the aggressive option, what's the peaceful option, those kind of things. So yeah, that's actually probably the best way that I could explain it. What's the tea time option? That's a good question. But yeah, and then again, I don't know if I want to include like roles or anything like that, because then I have to go through and figure out, oh, you know, what's everybody rolling, and I don't want to roll for you guys. Although I guess for some stuff it won't matter too much. But I also don't want to end up in a loop where we're just going through poll after poll after poll after poll. Hey, Boom Man, I am so sorry I missed your stream today. I think I jumped in right at the end after you raided somebody. You're gonna lurk, but you have a quick question. Are you into the MCU? Have you seen Moon Knight? It has a lot of references to Egyptian gods and cultures. I did. I watched Moon Knight. I really enjoyed it. Middle school, I was pretty into Egyptian mythology and what do you call that? I can't remember the word right now, but yeah, so I've got interest there, and I am very much into the MCU. Yeah, roles would seem to want abilities, yeah. And yeah, Moon Knight was like, I was a little about the, what is it, TV 14 rating, but it was enjoyable. I liked it. I can't wait for the second episode. Is that why you picked your name? Yes. My name in middle school, My online name in middle school used to be a variation of it, and then I dropped it because I was like, no, that's too stupid. And then in high school, I picked up, I changed it to Brother Anubis, and it was a thing with my friends, and it was dumb too, but it's less dumb than what it used to be. And then it just kind of stuck. There, it's stuck. But I've always kind of gone with the Anubis theme. Okay, but in which comic Uncle Ben died? Obviously that's Iron Man. Duh. I got my potion of healing cup. And what's in it is not good. Duh, it's Batman number 46. I love it, Trashdendo. So yeah, it's I don't want a huge reliance on stats. It's very much a role-playing game, not a combat strategy game. It wasn't Aquaman. No, apparently it was Batman. When Batman got bitten by a radioactive bat and turned into a vampire that could also use symbiote powers to attack the gods. I don't know. I lost my train of thought there. Oh, and I see. I got a message from Boom Man, actually in a group chat. So I'll read that later. Batman who turned into Michael Morbius. Yes, isn't that Batman's? Yeah, because they say the real person behind the mask is his alter ego, because Batman's who he really is. So Batman is, or Michael Morbius is Batman. So yeah, what if we went, well, with Mage it's kind of like whatever. What if we went like, ooh, how about this? What if I was gonna go Fire and Ice because I like that, but what if we went Elemental and what if we went Elemental Magic and Dark Magic? And then for the Priest, what if we went Life and Light as like specializations? So there's certain things that will fall under both of them. Maybe we go Rah Rah Rasputin. Yeah. I love that song. Death? Well, isn't all aggressive magic death magic? Who says a fireball isn't death magic? It causes death, doesn't it? It's just death in a burst of flames. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Oh. All right. Necromancy, yeah. So I kind of wanted like that's the thing. That's the thing, because we can say necromancy is included in dark magic. Easily, right? Because when you think dark magic or black magic or anything like that, you think necromancy. I think necromancy. I think demon summoning. I think life sapping. I think, those forbidden magics. But if we put just necromancer, it's gonna straight up be like everybody only thinks, oh, it's just bringing bodies back. It's making zombie hordes and skeleton hordes and stuff like that. And I don't want to limit it too much. I kind of want to leave it a bit broader. I want to leave it a bit broader. That way you guys have lots of options, you know? It makes it easier for me when I'm planning that stuff. This was an innuendo because of the line in the song, "You preach the Bible like a preacher." Yeah. Oh, I get it, Trash Tendo. I get it. But Life and Light seems similar. Yeah, and I'm not happy with it. So if there's better options. Because like for the priest, I would assume no matter what, there's gonna be holy magic across both of those. There's gonna be standard stuff that comes with it. Hey, Boom Man, enjoy your conversion mission for the Great Shroomy. Necromancer. But I just talked about that. Necropriest. Oh no. Oh no. Actually. Hold on. I might actually change this up. Maybe I do go back to like Dark Mage and Light Mage. I'm sitting here like, what if I type Dark Magician? I was like, that's different enough from Mage. And then it's just Yu-Gi-Oh! Flashbacks. Dark Mage, Light Mage. What if we do... Okay, so let's SpongeBob SquarePriest. I like the Necropriest idea. Or maybe nature, like druid instead of light. True. Check this out, though. What if we did something similar to what we're doing up here, right? Because we're giving the strength option a more strength option or a dexterity option. We're giving the dex option, strength option, or more dex option. What if we did dark magic and light magic, and then we would dark magic, light magic, light, dark, light. And then it kind of like... Strong mage, weak mage. Yeah. Strong mage, stabby mage. It's more like it. Fist magic. Okay. So let's hold on. I kind of like that. Because then we're sticking with oh, whoops, I didn't need to delete that. We're sticking with the same structure, I guess. The same class structure. And then people, you know, if a bunch of people wanted to go light mage and you guys ended up going dark mage, they'd still have the option later on of going a bit lighter, and then you get a weird mix. So what would be a dark mage? Life mage and elemental mage. Yeah. So what would a like doubly dark mage be? I guess that would be necromancer, wouldn't it? I guess that would be necromancer. I see Versius's messages. I'm gonna read Versius, if you're still in here and you're listening, I'm gonna read the group chat after my stream, and I'll get all caught up then. Infernal, Necromancer gets a bad rep. Yeah, what if we did What if we just went black magic? What if we said black magic? We can go necromant or ooh. No, what if we did this? Black/blood magic. Okay. Thank you, Versius. Infernal is likely worse. Pact magic. Yeah, pact magic. Black magic is too mighty, Potter. So what if we do like black or blood magic, and it would kind of be the same thing, but that I think to me that implies the inclusion of necromancy and like dark summoning magic for demons and devils and stuff like that. That could also fall under like mind control or torture magic, stuff like that. So it's a little more. I would like broader terms, essentially. Blood magic, you get Katara vibes here. Yes, and also, how dare you? How dare you? Bloodbending was Atla first. Although the bloodbending in Legend oh yeah, Katara. Oh no, I mixed up Katara and Korra. Oh no, I'm the idiot. Oops. All right. Yeah, feel free to call me an idiot for that one. Okay. So I'm gonna wait for it. But we've got Dark, Blood Magic, Doctor Who, Mind Control. Yeah, and I mean Blood Magic goes back. Blood Magic has had a lot of iterations throughout. I'm a squishy rod mammoth. I deserve that. I don't know what that means though. Doctor Strange magic. So what? Okay, so if we go dark, it's gonna be like the darkest, most evil magic out there, which I think is typically like blood or black magic, typically, because that's usually associated with like demon summoning and necromancy and stuff like that, or sacrificial stuff, hence the blood magic. Devil magic, yes, exactly, Trash Tendo. So what would the light magic be? I wanna say like holy magic, but I want holy magic to be accessible to both. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. What if we did holy magic? That would be the lightest of the light. Happy magic, lots of serotonin. Oh, drug magic. Antidepressant magic. Wonderful. Oh no. Oh no. We Heisenberg magic, yeah. So what would be the dark side of light magic? And what would be the light side of dark magic? And dark magic and light magic does not mean that they're evil or good. It's just I guess this would be very, very like gray knight or gray Jedi of me. They're both the like different sides of the same coin, right? Cleric who hands out pills. Yeah, because we're talking about magic in general, and then we're pulling it apart and going, okay, well, you have this section and then this section, but really, magic as a whole is a mush, and there's gonna be variation. It's a scale, essentially. Dark magic is just the forbidden magic in like every fantasy show. Yeah, exactly. Dark magic is whatever's forbidden. Watch, you guys are gonna want to play the black mage, the blood mage, and it's gonna be like, oh well, you know what's forbidden is healing people and doing good within the world. Celestial / infernal, yeah, kind of. What would be the dark side of light magic? I guess it's gonna help to define what these are, define what the base is, and then from there we can kind of figure out what our variations are gonna be. You still like holy life versus nature, blood magic orc boy? Let's go. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I think the darker side of light magic might be nature magic. And it's not because nature is evil, but it's because nature is neutral, right? So, and I hate alignment charts. But let's use alignment chart as an example. If we went from good, neutral, evil, good would be your holy magic for the light mage. But light mages are also going to go neutral. Same with the dark mage. They're going to go evil, and then they're going to go neutral. So evil would be black or blood magic. What would be the neutral for evil? Elementalist? And the neutral for good magic would be nature, right? What have you missed, Angry Meatball? Not a whole lot, just kind of this. Also me being a dumbass and the usual. We're only an hour in. What do you guys think of that? What do you think of that? Because now that I typed it, I like it. Now that I typed it, I like it. Everything just he being small brain, one syllable. Yeah, the small, the single syllable word thing was a mistake, and I should not have implemented it. And I think after my stream, because I'll never downgrade the channel point things. I'll just suffer with my choices on stream. But after stream, I'll probably downgrade it to like 2 minutes. Elementalist looks so not good. In what way, Trash Tendo? And welcome, Angry Meatball. I don't know if I welcomed you, but hey, how's it going, buddy? How's it going? Elemental versus astral plane magic seems good. Astral leading to infernal. Yeah. But if we think of magic as pacts, yeah, that's not a bad idea. You don't know, Trash Tendo? All right, well, if it comes to you, let me know. Because you know me, I'm open to it. It just doesn't. It just doesn't. I don't know who's in here. Hold on, let me check my users in chat, and I want to double check and make sure I don't see any. Okay, so I can talk about this. My BBEG for my campaign at the very, very end that my players have only caught the name of once before, but eventually we'll have to take care of him. He's gonna be an elementalist. He's just gonna be a wizard with souped up powers, and they're all elemental, and I don't. The flaming sphere spell, I'm gonna give him a permanent one along with 3 others, and they're gonna be like the air sphere, earth sphere, water sphere. He's gonna be very like evil avatar. And it's gonna be hopefully a lot of fun. What axis is it we're putting these on? None? None, Angry Meatball? I don't know. We're just kind of like... I guess it's hard to explain. I guess it's hard to explain right now. In the Elric books, Elric had elemental magic from pacts with elementals and other magic from his pact with his patron, Ariok. Ariok? A lord of chaos. Yeah, and that's fair. And you know what? Chaos is... People might disagree with me on this one, but chaos is neutral, right? I'd say chaos is neutral. Because it doesn't discriminate. Then you suppose you don't understand the prompt. Yes, so Angry Meatball, let me go ahead and explain and really give you a rundown of exactly what we're doing and what you missed. So I've mentioned it before, and I've talked about it before, and my hair is all over the place. But my goal for today, because we're not playing D&D today, it got canceled. Instead, I think we're just gonna all stay home and play Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. Finally, because my buddy's wife is back from fucking India or something, and she's been gone for the last week, so I haven't been able to play it with them. AFK for a bit. All right, lurk away, Mark Songs. Enjoy your spiritual journey. But because of that, and because I'm pretty caught up on my planning, a lot of what I need to do that's left is mostly terrain building. So we can go back to using a battle map instead of just doing Theater of the Mind, because I know my players like the mats. But because of that, we're kind of shifting the focus from my typical campaign planning to this choose your own adventure kind of thing that I've been wanting to plan for you guys. So what I want to be able to do is run a choose your own adventure for my viewers, and then let you guys pick what happens and where you guys go and all of that using polls in Twitch. That way you guys all actually have like a voice and can play along and stuff like that. Oh god, choose your own adventure. Exactly. But because it would be more TTRPG, it's not going to be like, oh, you walked down the wrong path and you were looking up and ended up falling off a cliff and now you're dead. Go back to page 1. Not that kind of thing. I don't want to do that. But essentially it'll be a RPG campaign for chat. I think it would be fun. And it's probably going to be very, very difficult for me to do. And I already foresee a lot of problems, but hopefully I can find ways around them. So that's it. So that's kind of what we're doing. And right now, we're just kind of going through the classes and whatnot. You've been working on a magic item adventure based around a choose your own adventure. Oh, okay. It's taking ages. Yeah. I mean, writing can take ages, especially if you have trouble focusing. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at. So in creating these classes, and we're not sticking with any we're not sticking with any specific structure. We're kind of developing our own. And I don't want to use the structure from like 5e or Pathfinder or anything like that. I want it to be fairly simple because I'm not going to be letting chat roll d20s and then we go off of their scores and then we have to calculate math and all this stuff. No. I just want to see where the story kind of takes you guys. And essentially what will happen is just like in a choose your own adventure, Everything's already kind of pre-planned. It just depends on what path you take and how things go. Which means that if, hopefully when, we actually get down to doing it, I'm gonna end up with a piece of paper that's just a massive tree of options and paths and stuff like that. And that'll be, one, it's gonna be tough for me, but two, also good experience, you know? So we'll see. We'll see. So yeah, as of right now, we're just kind of solidifying ideas for the classes and kind of narrowing them down to always only having two choices. So the first choice for chat will be physical versus magical, and then depending on what you guys choose, it'll either be soldier or thief or dark mage or light mage. And then after that, later on, when you guys can kind of advance that class, it'll be tank or whatever the dex option's gonna be, or it'll be like so on and so forth, as you guys see. So again, it's more trees, because trees is gonna be really, really good for this kind of thing. Yours is the Meatball. Yours is the Tome of Simon. The party finds what's basically a magic children's book that takes them through the story of Simon, a little boy who wants to be an adventurer. Meatball! Meatball, this has been done! This is the never-ending story. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying, just off of that prompt, it sounds like the never-ending story, and that might help you. They get to make the decisions of his life and will ultimately decide if he's remembered as a hero or a villain. At the end of the book, they get teleported to the... Oh, wait, so the party finds a choose-your-own-adventure that... They find a magical choose-your-own-adventure. And that's the campaign? And they meet Simon. No, it's a one-shot. Well, yeah. Whether it's a one-shot campaign or it's a, 8-year campaign. I call them all campaigns. Because there's no length requirement for the term campaign. So they're all campaigns. To me, anyway. Something to do when we're low on players, yeah. No, that actually, I kind of like that idea. Kind of like that idea. Oh man, you could write a full campaign based on that. And then depending on whether they made him a bad guy or a good guy, they might have to fight his ghost or lich, who knows. Ooh, I like that. I like that. Hold on. I need Google. I need Dr. Google. If I say, what is the meaning of a martialist? One interested in or skilled in warlike arts and techniques. Yes, perfect. We're changing the name of soldier to martialist. Great. Not martial artist, but martialist. The dex, I think, would be the martial artist. And to go strength, let me get the one-shot version off the ground first. Oh yeah, no. Meatball, that's a good, starting point. Like the one Owl House episode. I don't know what you're talking about, Trash Tendo. Bruiser? Yeah, Bruiser's a good one. I kind of wanted to go like, who goes strong? I don't know the Owl House. I'm sorry, Trash Tendo. What if strength, strong man. I want to say like barbarian, but I don't want to use any of the. I very, very, very much do not want to use any of the 5e class names because I don't want anybody getting. I don't want anybody to end up with any expectations. What about Gravity Falls? I haven't watched it. You can persecute me for that one. I haven't watched it yet. There was a good period where I ended up without any cable TV or any subscription things, and I was also poor, so I missed out on a lot of stuff. Yeah, I'm a rusty puke mammoth. Thanks. Brutalist? Yeah, we could. I kind of want to go with just like something basic, like a knight or something, or crusader. No, but crusader implies the like the holy paladin aspect, and I don't want to do that. It's too worthy. It's like, you're gonna have to wait on that, Trash Tendo. Gladiator. Ooh, gladiator's pretty good. Would gladiator fit better than martial artist? No, you know what? Yeah, let's do gladiator. Yeah, I like that. You think gladiator would be better than martial artist? Because this whole thing was. What's another name for a martial artist that isn't monk? Is not monk. What is another name for a martial artist that is not monk? Hold on. And I want... Where's the thesaurus? Oh, thank you, thesaurus.com. Synonyms for thug, assassin. No. Bandit? Ooh, that's a good one. Bully, gangster, goon. No, we can't call him a goon. Delinquent, gorilla, killer. What? What? I kind of like bandit. I don't know. Should we go... Thug or... Angry Meatball, I don't see that on this list. Dex Assassin, or going with the... I kind of like Bandit better. I kind of like Bandit. Good night. All right. Hey, Trash Tendo, I appreciate you stopping by. I really do. I really do. Oh, and since I've got folks in here, again, I don't pimp my stuff often, but we do have a Discord set up finally. Myself, Shiz, J-Ron, Concerned Whale Productions, we set up our own Discord channel together. So if you guys are interested, just type that Discord command and it should come up. And anybody and everybody is free to join that. If you guys want to chat outside of streams and whatnot and share all kinds of stuff. Bandit, assassin, gladiator, martial artist. Okay, I need Google. And thank you, Trash Tendo, for the lurk. I'm always happy to have you here. It's not in my Twitch information. I know, it's because I haven't put it in there yet. Here, let me There. It's our bad back gang, because we're all old and have bad backs. Other names for martial artists. Great. Ooh. Oh, why didn't I think of ninja? Why didn't I think of ninja? Would ninja be better than assassin? Assassin has that, like, I feel like assassin has a negative connotation to it. Perfect, you're old. Great, you'll be right at home. Maybe I'm gonna change assassin to ninja. Still not super happy with it, but Power Thesaurus. What is this? Ninja, champion, combatant, fighter, military expert. No. Kung fu, martial actor. No. Martial magician. What? Oh, that's a lovely idea. Y'all want a martial magician? All right, we're gonna go with ninja and then bandit. Or thug. Maybe we'll go thug. I feel like that's kind of like... No. Oh, why can't I think of something? Why am I stuck on this? Okay, we're gonna go bandit. I'm gonna stick with it. I'm not questioning myself anymore. If I question myself on that one, yell at me. For the love of God, yell at me. Okay. Sorry. There we go. Yeah, fine. This works. I'm fine with this. If we want to give them class names, that's not bad. This one we can actually just call a druid. Do we want to call this one priest, or do we want to call it something else? I don't know. We'll kind of... Maybe we'll just leave it as is. So yeah, we'll kind of... No, you're wrong. You're wrong, One Note. Okay, so classes, great. Do we want... Do we want to do, like, races? And if so, what races do we want to do? Maybe we could just do, like, the typical 4 short races only. What if we just did the typical 4? Like, human, elf, dwarf, orc. Something like that. Halfling, gnome, goblin, kobold. I don't want to list 1,400 different racial options. Also, elves are short. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I think elves are only tall in Tolkien's stuff. Otherwise, generally in all folklore and mythology and writings and stuff like that, elves are short. Even in D&D, if you read the book, which nobody does, Player's Handbook says that elves are shorter than humans. I'm fairly certain. Fairly certain. In 5e canon, elves are only a few inches shorter than humans. It's barely noticeable. Well, I mean, you know, it depends. It all depends, because if you get somebody who's 5'6" standing next to somebody who's 5'4", person that's 5'6" is definitely going to make sure you know that they're 2 inches taller than the other person. But yeah. So, I mean, elves are shorter. I'll just put the book there. Elves are shorter. Sure, they're not tiny, but they're still short. Yeah. We could do that. We could do tall, medium, short races. Or we could go, like, humanoid versus monstrous. Maybe we'll do that. I don't know how did I... Monstrous. I put the E in. And the Norse Alfar is terribly lacking in description, with some even speculating the elves and dwarves in the Norse stories being the same races. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. So if we did dwarves, elves could be human-sized. Actually, I think usually they were. Like, we're not talking tiny, you know, up to your knee only races. But typically, I think they were when they were referring to dwarves, elves, giants, the difference between human and those was usually only like a foot or two, and 2 was rare. So a lot of the giants would have actually just been people that were, you know, anywhere from 6 to 7 feet tall. Closer to the 7 feet. So if you were like 6'4" and higher, you'd probably be considered a giant. Whereas if you were below 5 foot, very, very likely that you were considered a dwarf. And actually, my numbers are probably way off, because I'm thinking of kind of what's now. I'm thinking of what's now, because humans used to be shorter, a lot shorter, even 300 years ago. So if we're talking about stuff that was, you know, 1,500 years ago or 1,000 years ago, the average height was probably about 5'6", maybe. And I'm pulling this out of my ass, and kind of guessing because I don't know the actual numbers, but typically shorter than what we are now. And that's why you'll go into a lot of older homes and farmhouses and even buildings within cities like New York, and you'll find that a lot of the doorways are much lower than what's typically built nowadays. And it's just because we've gotten taller. We've gotten wider too, especially in the US, but we've gotten taller too. So honestly, giants back then really could have just been anybody that was over 6 foot tall, up to 7 feet tall. And I mean, I don't know if you've ever seen pictures of like Shaq or Yao Ming, but definitely considered to be, if they were to be walking around back then, I guarantee they would have been considered giants. Many giants are referred to as blor, which we translate as blue-skinned, since the Vikings had a different word for black hair or black horses. Interesting. I love learning history. But blor is how ravens and crows are described, which have a blue tinge to them. Yeah. Interesting. Very interesting. I could make speculations about that, but oh god, my knowledge on that is so severely lacking. I don't think I will. Yeah, and that's kind of where my thinking was going, is because the Vikings did, well, the Norse, we'll call them the Norse, because technically Viking was a job. But yes, the Norse did travel all over the place, and they traded far and wide, so they encountered a large swath of people. A large, like, number of people. Most likely sub-Saharan Africans. Yeah, it very well could be. Very well could have been, yeah. So let's see. If we go, let's go off of this, right? Tall, average, short. Tall, average, short. Okay. So, tall humanoids, average humanoids, short humanoids. What would we be talking? Okay, let's talk about short humanoids, because I kind of like this. Since you made us talk about height. Let's see here. What would be our tall humanoids? Well, let's just say average is human, right? Let's just say average is human. What would do we want our elves to be tall? And if we don't, what would we want to be tall? And what do we want to be short? Do we want it to be dwarves, or do we want it to be like halflings? Or gnomes? We could go way, like, into the extremes. I'm kind of leaning more towards gnome or halfling for the short. And it does not matter. It does not matter what race it is. Does not matter. Because there are no stats. We're not doing stats for this stuff. So it doesn't matter at all. So we could go... Let's do gnome. Let's do gnome. I don't know what I'd do for tall though, and it doesn't have to be a D&D race. It can be literally anything that you've heard of or something like that. Monstrous though. Let's make these like actual like monster races. Short is gonna be goblin or kobold, and we're not gonna make it an option goblin. Oh no. Do you want to be a goblin or a coblin? We'll have to decide which way we want to go. Monstrous. We could go tall or average. Maybe we'll go like dragonkin. For tall, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I want to do for tall. For either of those, actually. Orc or bugbear. For tall, yeah. Would you have another suggestion for medium? Let's say orc. Cause if we make the medium size a dragonkin, then I'm gonna say the small is gonna be goblin. Just because kobolds have that dragon connection. Maybe that's what we should do. We'll do orc, dragonkin, goblin. You'd say do bugbear for big, kobold small, and do half orc for the big humanoid. For the least crossover. Yeah. Or we can play really tall elves. Or... Bugbear for big, kobold small. Do half orc for the big humanoid. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe I don't like orc here. What other options do we have? Oh, you know what we could do for the monstrous? We could actually do like an elephant person. I can't remember what they're called. Loxodon? Yeah, that's it. Could do that if we really wanted to. Although Loxodon, the name, I want it to be something that anybody can look at and go, oh yes, of course, that's what we are. And Loxodon is not that. And Loxodon only works if you've played Magic or you've played D&D played in a D&D game where Loxodon have actually had a presence. So we could do like Elephantkin. And it's the same issue with like Tabaxi. You say Tabaxi and people that are new to D&D or go, what? But then you say cat person, then they go, oh, of course. And then they think everybody's a furry. But it is what it is. What if we just say lizard folk for the medium size? GIF? The GIF. I always forget about the GIF. Same problem, but easier to say. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, not a problem, Versius. Thanks for hanging out. And if you're streaming when I finish, I'll give you a raid. I'll give you a raid. Phelan McFergus, how's it going? And welcome. Wait, you mean we aren't? Said yipping noises. I'm sorry. I try not to like discriminate against anybody's interests. We'll just leave it at that. But generally and it's kind of a good rule. If you want some like D&D advice, DMing advice, generally don't include sex or sexual themes in your games, because more often than not, unless everybody at the table is always participating in the exact same orgy with each other, there's always going to be somebody that gets a little like, this isn't for me. And really, sex in any TTRPG is unnecessary. Even if you're role-playing it, just do a fade to black thing. If you and the person... It's complicated. It's complicated. Generally, just stay away from it. It's always awkward turtle time. Exactly. Versus, so no, don't have to raid, but you're welcome to come play Jack. Yeah, that's it. Because I know you're playing Jackbox. So, I wonder if I could play Jackbox and Tiny Tina's at the same time. I've got you on my list, though, Versius. And thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out. I greatly appreciate it. But yeah, it's always awkward turtle time. Phelan, yeah, you have that exactly right. So give me a large, monstrous, because orcs still feel a little more, or they feel more humanoid, right? Oh god, if I don't include ogre, ooh, and hey, Dimitri, how's it going, buddy? Ogre, that's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah. I like that. Or orge. Oh no. Oh no, I've got orgy on the mind. Ogre. Perfect. Actually, I really like that one. Because it's weird enough. So perfect. And we're not gonna worry about sub races or anything like that. It's just gonna be pointy-eared folks, round-eared folks, short pointy-eared folks. And then big, hey, Phelan, thank you for the follow. Thank you. I greatly appreciate that. And then ogre, lizard folk, goblin. I feel like this gives us a good selection of options without complicating it too much. So we've got our races, we've got our classes, and again, for anybody that's joining in, anybody that's curious as to exactly what we're doing, the basic rundown is I'm kind of planning a choose your own adventure kind of thing that I can do with you guys, with chat. So basically, I guess Twitch plays D&D, kind of that kind of thing, where I'll be DM, and you guys will kind of make decisions. I'll choose your own adventure books, that kind of thing. So, yeah, just kind of working through it, and I've got a basic structure in mind that I'm trying to stick with to make it more what's the word? I guess easier for people to interact. So there's not really going to be any dice rolling. It's very much going to be like you'll have options. You'll just have options. They'll get voted on with polls, and then whatever, is voted for the most, that's what we'll go with. And that's gonna, what options they are completely depends on what class you pick and potentially what race you pick. And I don't think I want to add any more into that, because we really don't need to worry about like backgrounds or anything like that. Yeah, I think just this so far. We can kind of give descriptions to some of these, but I feel like this mostly, and especially the classes part, they're pretty much self-explanatory. So a gladiator, everybody kind of knows what a gladiator is. Martial artist, we all know what that is. Bandit versus ninja, black or blood mage, elemental mage, druid, whatever we decide to call the holy magic user. I don't know if we want to call him a priest or something like that, but I also want names that don't, I don't know. I've gone back and forth on things, so I don't know. But if you have any suggestions, let me know. I made a general notes thing, and actually now I'm curious because I want to hear what you guys think and how you guys feel about this. Let's talk starting area. Okay. Let's talk starting area, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit more. For those of you that have played a TTRPG, whether it's D&D or Pathfinder or, something else, not Druid, something that invokes the thoughts of communion with nature, you have the communists. Oh, sorry, I pronounced that wrong. It's communist. Thanks, Angry Meatball. Actually, you're right. I don't want to call it Druid. I want to call it... Oh. A naturalist? I don't think we can call it a naturalist. You guys are gonna go, we want to play the naturalist, and then run through the game completely naked. No, naturalist is right. Naturist is the wrong one. Right. A naturalist. No, but you're right. Druid. I don't want to use any actual class names. Because I don't want anybody, coming in from having experience with 5e or, any D&D or Pathfinder and going, oh, well, of course, this is the class name, so that means that we have this ability or any, stuff like that. And it's like, no, you're not going to have those abilities because it's going to be it's its whole own thing. Which likely means that when I do stream it, I may not be able to do it in the D&D channel. Or the D&D section. I'll look into that. We'll see. Or maybe I will name it, after whatever. So naturalist. No, I'm changing this. Naturist. Green mage. No, because green mage is a thing in like Final Fantasy. I don't know. Maybe I will name these after various things. I don't know. Let's talk starting areas. Okay. And this is actually this might be a good discussion point. Where do you guys feel is a good, how do I phrase this? Where do you guys feel is a good place to actually start a campaign? I know the tried and true method is, throw everybody into a tavern, and that's where everybody starts. Call any sort of cleric and Eklis. I'm gonna butcher this one. Eklis. Oh no. Hold on. Ecclesiastes. What? Hold on, I'm gonna mute the music for a second because I want to hear this sound pronounced. Ecclesiastes. Oh, okay. Ecclesiastic. Okay. Ecclesiastic.
Ecclesiastes.
Hold on. Yeah, I want that one.
Ecclesiastic.
Cool. Now we know. All right. Unmuting. And for those that are curious, I'll shout it out again. We are always listening to the Video Game Study Lounge on YouTube. It's GameChops, so it's great music. Check them out if you never have. Interesting. And I didn't look up I looked up the pronunciation, but I didn't look up the definition, so I can't exactly be sure what it is. If it's offensive, let me know. And I'll be sure to ban you for it. So let's talk starting area, right? It's a religious term. Yeah, I figured. So the tried and true method for a lot of DMs is, everybody meets in a tavern. And that's great. It's fantastic. It's amazing. You guys aren't going to have a party, though. You're not going to have a party. A member of the clergy or other person in religious orders. A member of the ecclesia in ancient Athens. Oh. Neat. We're learning. We're learning today. Welcome to English class, folks. Thank you, Phelan. Greatly appreciate that. So, tried and true method, everybody meets in a tavern. But it's not necessarily like... We don't necessarily need to do that. Because we're not trying to get everybody together. It's just one character. So we can really have them start literally anywhere. We can give different starting area options for sure. Meet in a foxhole while in active combat or at a funeral. You know what? And I'm gonna write these down. Let's say foxhole in combat. 2 funeral. 3 tavern. 4 or at a funeral in a foxhole. Yes, this is the kind of thinking that we want. And we can kind of just list all of this stuff off. We can list as many things as we want. We'll whittle it down to 4 or 5 options. Maybe 4 at the most. afterwards. And then we can kind of go from there. So foxhole in combat, funeral, tavern, let's say prison, let's say back of a cart. That way we get our Skyrim reference in. Oh, joke's on us. Todd Howard's pulling the strings here. He's doing everything he can to make people play Skyrim. Sorry, folks. I've been bought and paid for. It's a joke. I have not. I wish. Fuck you, Todd. That's a fair reaction. That is a fair reaction. A dude re-releases the exact same game for a decade. Seriously, you like starting the PCs in a group on a journey, caravan pilgrimage, army at march, on a merchant pirate navy vessel, etc. Yeah, actually, that's what I did with my characters. I started them on a boat, which it's not much different than throwing them in a tavern. It's literally just like, hey, you guys are all stuck in this area with each other. Role play and give yourselves a reason to party up. And naturally they didn't. My campaign had a rough start. And it still can be a little rough at times. But yeah. Yeah, actually let's write that down. Ship / boat. Boaty. Yeah. The imminent attack is always the reason. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And I did that. And then after the imminent attack, they all just kind of like fucked off to their own corners of the boat. And I was like, what the fuck? And I think I had one player actively trying to like get the party together. He's just like, I don't know how much I can do. And I was like, it's fine. Well, we'll get it all sorted out. Why? Well, because one person decided to tie themselves to the boat, like to one of the railings on the boat. No, you as the DM. What do you mean? What do you mean, Phelan? Are you criticizing me? Because that's fine. I'm open to criticism. And I've learned a lot when the PCs fucked off to their corners. Oh, yeah. It was just like there was imminent attack. They dealt with it, and then after that they just kind of like slid it off to different corners of the boat. And I was like, what is happening? And I tried to push a little bit of role play and try to be like, oh hey, what are you guys doing? And then one of my players tried that as well, and they kind of like loosely decided to band together, but as much as I encouraged it, none of them talked to each other when they were doing their character creation. And I was like, you guys need to make sure. I was like, don't make any lone wolves. Don't do that because it's not gonna work. And then a couple of them ended up like making lone wolves, and then a couple others decided to make just asshole characters. And it's like, you fuckers, I told you not to do this, and then you go and do it. Party meets while being shuffled to the gallows. Ooh, yeah. I'll put that in, Meatball. I like gallows. Gallows is a good one. That's still very like Skyrim. It's still very Elder Scrolls. I think every single Elder Scrolls that I've played, you always start out in like chains or something. But yeah. And to be fair, a lot of my players were like new to D&D, so luckily my players have gotten a lot better. They still have their rough edges, but they've gotten better. Hey, you're finally awake. Yeah, exactly. It all comes down to Todd Howard. You've seen the memes, but I haven't played a single Elder Scroll. Oh, you should, Angry Meatball. You absolutely should. The first one I played was Morrowind, and I absolutely loved Morrowind. Oblivion was really good. Elder Scrolls was, or not Elder Scrolls, Skyrim. Skyrim was, it was good, but with every iteration, they take out more of the like RPG elements. You've played a fair share of Fallout. You think you've had your fair share of Todd and how he makes games. Yeah, you know what? That's fair. That's fair. Honestly, I would say, and I'm not a Fallout fan. But I would say that Fallout is a better RPG than Elder Scrolls is. And I'm sure there's a lot of people that would agree with me. But yeah, let's hold on. What if I put in like Ancient Ruin or Graveyard or you know what? Actually, I'm gonna put Graveyard / Crypt. What are their options? What other options can we think of? I like a lot of these ideas. I'd probably Actually, I'm gonna edit this one. I'm gonna put in a slash. I don't know where to put Caravan. That way we don't get too repetitive with stuff. Like Prison, actually, and you know what? I'm gonna edit the Gallows one and put it in with Prison. Again, because I don't want to get too repetitive. As henchman to a higher level NPC party. Ooh. Ooh. Henchman to adventuring party. I like this idea. Hello, Rib Tickles. How's it going, buddy? How you doing? Welcome to Saturday's D&D stream. Where we are, I'll give you a rundown. We're actually kind of planning out the choose your own adventure type campaign that I want to run for my wonderful Twitch viewers like you. Because I think it would be fun. It won't be good, but it'll be fun. I guess that would make it good, right? Or at least I'd hope that would make it good. So going good. I'm glad to hear it, Rib Tickles. They get to take care of the lighter tasks, go kill those kobolds, explore those caverns, etc. Oh, I like that, Phelan. I really like that. I'd like to play in an actual campaign like that. Actually. I'd like to play in an actual campaign like that because, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of motivation behind that. Also, it automatically supplies the party with a steady amount of income, but maybe the income's not quite as much as they are actually wanting. I like that. I really like that. Magic school, adventurer school. Ooh, yes. Yes. Adventurer school. Perfect, Meatball. Harry Potter world at Universal. So, okay, and there's another question, which has kind of been answered before, although I did a poll. I did a Twitter poll and I only got 3 answers and they were like evenly split. But then other people who didn't have Twitter were like, oh, this is what I'd vote for. I actually did a poll to see what kind of, what style of campaign people would actually prefer. I said actually again. Options were like high fantasy, low fantasy, sci-fi, something realistic, stuff like that. And the majority of people, including the people that didn't have Twitter but wanted their votes in, went with high fantasy. So that's what we're kind of going with. However, well, I don't know, because in a high fantasy world, if the world was high fantasy, Harry Potter world at Universal would be very, very different, wouldn't it? It would be very, very different. Right? But then would it? I don't know. There's questions to be had. There are questions to be asked. And I don't know if you guys have watched what's that Disney movie? Outward. I think it's Outward with like it's the one about like modern day fantasy world, but everybody forgot magic, kind of. And it's got Chris Pratt and our new Spider-Man. What's his name? Tom. I can't remember his name right now. But they're voicing like the main characters. It's a pretty good movie. Actually, I really enjoyed it. Could do something like that, where you're just kind of like discovering how high fantasy the world actually is. We could make it realism meets high fantasy. Am I familiar with the Ars Magica world? Historical medieval Europe, but all myths, legends, superstitions, fae, demons are very real. I am not, but very, very interesting, Phelan. And I love that idea. I love that idea. Tom Holland, yes, thank you, Rib Tickles. Maybe add little nods to moments in stream. Yeah. Yeah. Tom Holland. Why did I forget his name? Oh. So, any other like starting area ideas? And I'm open to literally everything. Even the weird stuff. Just because. Sometimes you gotta seed it. Sometimes you gotta seed it. So I'll put in toilet/bathroom. Who knows where? Who knows where? Oh, and I guess I'm gonna do this too. Hold on. I didn't think about this one. Child, teen, adult, elderly. Ah, yes, the 4 ages. Maybe like a hub area for adventurers, like in a town. Okay, so like a market square or something like that. Rib Tickles. Soul survivors of. Ooh, yes. So that's more. I'm looking for. Okay. Never mind. I'm not gonna say that. Soul survivors of event. We'll just say that. They're the soul survivors of event. depending on what the event is, we can kind of determine where they physically are starting. But yeah, so yeah, like a little spot where adventurers meet up. There are street vendors and rats, because why not? Yeah, because there are rats everywhere. You wouldn't believe where rats live. Everywhere. They live everywhere. I had a friend that had rats living in his backyard just because there was like a big thicket of bushes behind their back fence, and it's just where the rats lived. So they couldn't do anything. Shroomy dealing with business. Ooh, yeah, actually, let's see. So I said, what do we have? Foxhole in combat. We'll just say foxhole. Foxhole, funeral, tavern, prison or gallows, back of a cart or caravan, ship or boat, ancient ruin, graveyard, crypt, henchman, adventurer school, toilet, bathroom, market square, soul survivors of event, forest road, or lost. Shroomy dealing with business. Festival, fair, seasonal celebration, coronation, royal wedding. Okay. Let's say I'm gonna try to like squish stuff down. We'll say crowded event. Crowded public event. '10th anniversary showing of Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark. Boost! Welcome, Druid Grove. You know what? I like that. Let's go with it. Oh man, what about like on a farm or orchard? Maybe they all meet during a speech by the mayor or a powerful person. Yeah, true. Again, and I'm only saying it because Rib Tickles, you said they all. We're talking about one character. Because the plan and Boost, if you're super new to this, this is me planning the choose your own adventure type TTRPG game that I want to run for my viewers, that you guys will actually be able to choose the you guys will actually be able to make the choices throughout the game as a group using polls, obviously. So it'll be popular choice stuff, but that's kind of what we're planning. So we're really only talking about one character. So it's not, they don't need to be, or the location, the starting area idea doesn't need to be a place where people all come together. It can just be literally anywhere. It can be anywhere. And I just want to put that out there. Otherwise, no, this is all good. In the middle of combat against a foe, overwhelming. Yeah. Phelan, would you count that as being part of a foxhole in combat? Or we can actually do this. We'll say foxhole / combat. Which could be fun. Just dropping you guys into the middle of combat. Sure, in fact, it would be that. Okay, yeah. And Rib Tickles, that makes more sense thinking about it. Yeah. So, and I'm not saying tailor your ideas to exactly what I'm doing. I'm always here to hear all ideas and share all ideas. But just so everybody's just so everybody knows what I'm thinking and what I've got going on up here. That way nobody feels like they're being ignored or anything like that. Yeah. So, general notes, starting area ideas. I'm going to create another one over here, and I'm going to go, if I could type. See, starting situation ideas. Okay, because there's a difference, right? One's physical location, one is the situation that they're actually going to have to deal with. So some of these are actually going to overlap a bit. And actually, I'm going to take this one. And I'm going to put it over here. What I should have done is cut it out. What else of these? Let's do this one. Crowded public event. That works. Market Square works. These work. These work. You know what? I'm going to take this one. And I'm going to put it over here. Because technically, we can make combat literally anywhere. Hey, look away, Rib Tickles. Enjoy your mission from God. Let's see. They just happen to be in Rivendell when the Fellowship is being formed. Yeah. Or something that isn't gonna get me, like, banned for copyright or anything like that. Is in the middle of waking up on the ground nearby a tavern and everything hurts with a smashed window and the tavern is wrecked and the tavern keep gives you this odd look. Ooh. Okay, so that makes me think let's put in amnesia. I hate amnesia, but we could do it. And actually, you know what? Amnesia might be fun. Amnesia might be really fun. Because then you guys have to, like, figure out what's going on. That's not a bad one. But again, it's going to be all up to, like, your guys' choices and stuff. Maybe. You don't even know what class your PC is. Right. And if we went with amnesia, and this is the problem with amnesia. If we went with amnesia, I'd want to do total amnesia, which means you guys wouldn't get to pick your class. You wouldn't get to pick your class. You wouldn't get to pick your race. It would just be like, oh no, he's picking for us, and we have to figure out what we're doing. And that we'd have to, like, it would have to be something that the vast majority, not just 51%, but the vast majority of people would be up for. And if that's the case, then a lot of this work doesn't even matter. But I like this. There was something else said. Starting situation ideas. Okay, let's play off of what Rib Tickles said. And let's say bar/tavern brawl. I guess that kind of counts as combat. No, we'll say the foxhole/combat is deadly. Something that's actually going to be endangering the character versus a typical bar or tavern brawl, where, you know, they're gonna get hurt, but they'll come out all right. Let's maybe, well, no. You desperately need to stop your friend from getting married from a demon who will steal their soul. Yeah, okay. Need to stop wedding. Well, we'll put that. And we can make it a demon, or we can make it just somebody you just do not like. In combat is in the middle of things. Yeah. What about treasure hunting. I'm gonna put treasure hunting. It does not have to be professional. In fact, it'd be better if it was amateur, because I could. What we could do is roll the dice. And roll the dice, and if we land treasure hunting, then we roll the dice again, and it's like, oh, you're treasure hunting at a funeral. Or let you guys pick, and then you guys could be the world's biggest assholes, and it would be great. Something has kidnapped a loved one, the heir to the throne, etc. That's called grave robbing? Is it? Is it? Who says we're treasure hunting out of the casket? What if you guys want to play a thief and you're treasure hunting in people's pockets while they're grieving? All right. Let's say loved one or important figure kidnapped. That's called grave robbing. Ooh. Here's one. What about being an unwilling sacrifice for a ritual? You know someone's looting the corpse of the deceased, so we're talking about D&D players here. True, very true. And I would not be surprised. And like I said, when I give you guys options, I'll probably have the full 5 options for the polls. And it's going to be like, oh, are you going to do the good thing? Are you going to do the bad thing? Are you going to do the, chaotic thing, the lawful thing? What are you going to do? And I'll kind of figure those out. You already said the unwilling sacrifice one. It's called a wedding. Funny, meatball. Number 9 is reminiscent of the plot of Apocalypto. Yes, it is, actually. Which, oh my god, if you guys haven't watched it, watch Apocalypto. If you're a person that doesn't like watching a movie with subtitles, deal with it. Apocalypto is so good. It is so good. That and Pan's Labyrinth. Apocalypto and Pan's Labyrinth. If I were to recommend movies with subtitles, those would be the 2 movies. Okay. Any other starting situation ideas? Not locations, but situations. It's all about wording for me. I have to change wording all the time. Bringing someone back from the dead. Okay. So okay. Desire to bring someone back from the dead. We'll just put that. Or having been brought back from the dead. Ooh. Just brought back from the dead. Love it. These are good ideas. Just brought back from the dead. That's and I'm gonna say it just because it's fresh in my mind because I was playing it a couple weeks ago. It's very Kingdom of Amalur. Kingdoms of Amalur? Something like that. Which is a good game, and I am tempted to play it on stream. Seeking the artifact that is the only hope of saving the world. Ah, yes. The MacGuffin. Is that how they spell it? MacGuffin. Nope, McGuffin. Mac. There we go. It's weird when you Google it, it does both. Looks legit. The MacGuffin. Yeah. Yeah. Certainly could. Certainly could. Although eventually, like, no matter what, everything's gonna require a MacGuffin, right? Because there's always gonna be the thing. But maybe this situation is the entire thing is about the thing itself. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. We'll do that. We'll do that. Or the opposite, stop the ritual that summons the blank, I think. Starting situation ideas. Okay. Okay. Must stop world-ending ritual. What if the starting situation is just after the world has ended? That's not really a starting idea. That's a story arc / campaign idea. Yeah, that's true, and that's why I'm a little iffy on it. But I'll put it up. I'll put it up because hey, maybe you literally stumble into somebody, working on a ritual that's going to end the world, and you just kind of haphazardly and like stop it. It would be very you'd be an accidental hero. So it works. I can make that work. I also like the just after the world has ended, because the world ending doesn't necessarily mean everything's gonna be destroyed, right? The PCs are dead and now ghosts? Ooh. Okay. We'll just put afterlife. That would kind of go with both location and situation. What if we did like, we'll just put this heaven / hell for location. Just cuz. New ideas. But essentially, the starting situation ideas they're the reason why you would be one of these at one of these locations. Church / temple. Oh no. There we go. I might sneeze. Hopefully I don't. Because I do dad sneezes. And they're super loud. And they wreck my throat. Okay. Not too bad. We've got starting location, starting situation. Do we want to... You mentioned gladiators. How about being condemned to fight in the upcoming games when one is not already a gladiator? Did I didn't. Let's do arena. We'll put arena down for the location. And for the starting situation, Condemned to gladiatorial. Nope, I spelled that wrong. Gladiatorial combat. I like it. I like it. What about hunting? What about you have pork to tend to, you must away for a spell. Alright, Meatball. Tend to the pork. You tend to that pork. Tender pork. That would make you a pork tender. Not as funny as if you were a chicken tender. Why don't we call Why don't we call like chicken farmers chicken tenders? Am I wrong? Am I the only one that thinks that that's a good idea? I feel like that's a good idea. We should start calling chicken farmers chicken tenders. I'm gonna go harass a bunch of farmers now just by calling them chicken tenders, because I want it to catch on. Ooh boy. This isn't bad. Actually, considering we got a lot of ideas here. A lot of ideas. Some of them good. Some of them are great. Some of them are even better. I really don't have anything against any of these ideas. This is amazing. Because I can spin it however I want. Or I can spin any of them. Doesn't matter. So this is good. This is good. So what to do? 3 more in each for a D20 roll. That's if we wanted to roll for it. If all the viewers wanted to make it a random thing, we absolutely could. But my thinking was that we can whittle these down to 4 or 5 options each, and then everybody can just vote on which one they want to play in. And that would I want to give you guys as much what do you call that? I want to give you guys as much influence as I can over the game. So if everybody wants to just leave it up to a 20 roll, we can certainly do that. Or leave it up to a D17 roll, we can do that, because Google has random number generator. And it has a dice roller. And I'm pretty sure you could just type in roll a D17 for me. In fact, let me see. Oh yeah. Here we go. There's a website that does it. So yeah, 1 dice 17 sided. Yeah, perfect. So there's lots of ways to do that. So we don't necessarily need to feel pressured to fill out a bunch of spots. We're free to contribute as much as we want. So that's not bad. And as far as the story goes, this is pretty much how I, would expect it to end up being. And what will likely happen is I will end up having you guys make your choices as to how you want to go about this, where you want to start, what situation you want to start in, and then it'll probably be like a month before I come back and I go, all right, folks, let's do this. And I don't know how long those streams would be, because I really don't think that I could pump out a like 8-hour session doing this. It's possible that the first time I do it, I'm gonna think, oh, I've got a ton done, and then it'll be like an hour, and then we're all done with it. And it's like, well, that wasn't quite as much as I thought it would be. So yeah, we'll see. Yeah, not too bad. I'm gonna rename this one. Twitch, choose your own adventure. What other stuff am I gonna have to plan for? I plan for the races, plan for the classes, starting location and situations. I guess it really all depends on these other things, doesn't it? Yeah, I think it all depends on all these 4 things. So that might be a good I don't want to say stopping place. Nation building. Yeah, nation building. Again, I think it's gonna be, and I don't think it would be very like nation building-y. Generally, where does this take place? Well, that is completely dependent on this stuff here. 'Cause I could make it take place literally anywhere. And thinking of those books, because that's where I'm pulling a lot of inspiration from. Thinking of those books, they started out, I mean, I know I got read one that was like, it was a volcanic island. It was like a volcanic jungle island that the story took place on. And then there's another one that I think takes place in a city, and so on and so forth. Yes, but the Kingdom of Trid, Empire of the Sands, environment, ecology, weather, again, that's... I can kind of just spit that stuff out at random, but... maybe not. Maybe not. Here, let's actually... I'm gonna do this, and eventually, if this keeps growing, it's gonna overlap. My influence race class choices. Well, that I don't. Only if you guys want it to. Only if you guys want it to. So what if here? Let me. Oh boy. Let me type this out. Starting environment ideas, and I'm doing this because. Desert, tundra. Well, no, I'm not gonna say city because it's not. Could be a city in a swamp. Could be a city in a desert. Anything like that. Let's do this. Let's do this because then it'll kind of help. This could get very, very weird. This could get very, very weird, right? And if everybody wants to try to be trolly, they can absolutely be trolly, and it may just make the story more entertaining. So let's say people want to start, they look at these tables. And they go, oh, well, let's start on a boat that is also a gladiatorial arena in the desert, right? I've already got an idea of what that would be, right? Or it's gladiatorial combat on a ship in the desert. Or it's a it's a bathroom and they're treasure hunting in the bathroom in a swamp. Stuff like that. Immediately I can come up with some weird stuff to tie it all together. So it's not too difficult. Not too difficult. So you're right. I should include like environment ideas. What other environments am I forgetting? Mountains? That's not bad. And then yeah, if they want to be a dark mage, ogre in the market square, brawl in the tundra, ocean, just ocean. All right, ocean, love it. Oh yeah, actually. So like, let's see. Ocean environment in hell, and they need to stop a wedding. It's really, really weird. It's really weird, but I can make that work. That's an ocean of fire right there. Exactly. And I'll have some freedom with this. So everybody may end up with like ideas of, oh well, this is this is gonna be this and that. And no, you guys will always be wrong. Not because I want to be a jerk, but because I have to have the freedom to create ways for you guys to actually proceed. So if we did do an ocean in hell where you're needing to stop a wedding, you're not just gonna get dropped into an ocean of fire and then told survive. No, there will be options. I will come up with options. But again, it's all dependent on all of this other stuff. And I apologize. I try to keep up on my phone notifications and stuff, because when I stream, I end up with like 14, 15, 20 notifications on my phone. You all burn to a crisp and die. Yep, that right there is a 5-minute. That right there's a 5-minute session. Yeah, starting an environment. I like that. That was a good one. What else did you mention? Yeah, so you mentioned like Kingdom of Trit, Empire. I don't think I'm gonna worry about that right now. And if I really, really want to, I'll just reuse stuff from my own campaign and just like, especially like names and whatnot. I'll just reuse that stuff. It won't matter. Yeah. Not bad. Not bad at all. No, don't worry about it, Phelan. Don't worry about it. You're not dominating the conversation at all. And if other people want to chime in, they know that they can chime in. I'm just sitting here trying to think, is there anything else that we might be missing? Angry Meatball, welcome back. Your pork's in good shape? Good. I'm glad your pork is looking good. Are you smoking it? Are you smoking pork? That's not a innuendo. You am. Nice. Nice. Yeah, okay. Not bad. Hello, Atora. How's it going? Needs another hour or two. Well, you give it that hour or two. Glad to see you, Atora. Greatly appreciated. Yeah, this is a lot more information that I honestly thought I was gonna get through. We can kind of run out definitions and stuff, or descriptions for things, as maybe more things come to mind. I'm glad you're doing good, Atora. Glad to hear it. Always happy to hear that folks are living their best lives, and you're not doing bad. I guess is the best thing. As long as things aren't bad. Yeah, let's I don't think I need to define races quite yet. Martialist. Let's say reliant on physical strength to overcome various problems, whether they be puzzles or peoples. Oh. Yeah. Is it ER? Yeah. Hulk smash? Yeah, exactly. And I mean, it's not like I'm not gonna let you guys try to solve puzzles and stuff with your intelligence, but you will be locking yourselves into a specific type of options, I guess. A specific type of choices when it comes to dealing with puzzles and stuff like that. Excuse me. That yawn came out of nowhere. Use rock to smash. Exactly. And I think we talked about it earlier with somebody else. We're not gonna have stat blocks for anybody. We're not gonna decide our character's stats and their abilities and what skills they're proficient in. No. We're not using any sort of like 5e structure or Pathfinder structure or anything like that. It's just gonna be like super basic TTRPG, pretty much primarily role playing. So we'll see. So everything pretty much everything you do. Honey heist, yeah, kind of. Except, you know, even then in honey heist, you're still rolling dice. We're not going to be rolling dice. It's pretty much just going to be, there's always going to be a, you know, there's always going to be something that happens because of the decisions that you guys make. You would like a bear stat? There's always going to be consequences to your actions, and consequences aren't necessarily negative. Consequences can be positive, but there will always be consequences to your guys' actions and choices within the story. Yeah. That's about it. And that's how I'm gonna run it. Rather than rolling dice to see if you succeed or fail, it's just gonna be, well, you're gonna do the thing. And your goal will always be, your primary goal will always be to survive. So survival should be like 95% of the time. Am I gonna include a death choice? Eventually, sure, maybe, yeah. Amber, 5th Age, Dark Sword, Diceless RPGs. Ooh, I'll have to check them out, Phelan. I'll have to check those out. Because my really my only exposure to TTRPGs has been 5th edition. And I started pretty much like right after the beginning of 5th edition. So, you know, I'm trying to branch out into other RPGs. And I'm open to checking the other ones out. But generally, I mean, it's funny. I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters which RPG system you go with. Because the bulk of any TTRPG is roleplay. The, like, absolute bulk of any TTRPG is roleplay. And you can roleplay the exact same way in every single one. So, you know, system is... there's no importance on system, I feel like. Hey, Atora, thanks for the lurk. Enjoy your road to nowhere. Right, you've seen so many Twitch streams where hours of play happen without a single roll. Yeah, exactly. You don't need dice. You don't need dice. And actually, I helped Kickstarter the Avatar TTRPG. Not a problem, Meatball. Thanks for stopping by. I hope everything's okay. But yeah, I helped Kickstarter the Atla TTRPG, and I think the PDFs are available for me to download. I just haven't done it yet, but I'm waiting for the physical books. But it's definitely a system that I'm gonna be trying out, because it's, what does it use? It uses 2d6. It uses a 2d6 system, runs off of the bell curve, and it's rather than a success fail system, it's greatly succeeds, kind of fails, greatly fails system. And I love that. And it's something that I know that some DMs implement in their game already, like, oh, if you fail a check by so much, you really fail it. I think more people should implement that kind of thing. Also, it's like in combat, I try to keep in mind, it kind of goes hand in hand. In combat, I kind of try to keep in mind, and this is just a specific example of this, I try to keep in mind what somebody's unarmored AC is, what their AC is with armor, and then what their AC is with a shield if they're using a shield. And then for roleplay purposes, depending on what a roll is against something's AC, I'll describe the attack or miss depending on what they rolled. So let's say it's you're going after a paladin that has, no modifier to dexterity. They have a 10, but they're wearing plate armor with a shield. If my attacker was, if my creature was going to attack this paladin and they rolled a 16, well, their weapon is going to bounce off of the paladin's armor. If they roll a 18 or 19, the paladin's gonna deflect it with their shield. But if they roll below 10, because that's what the paladin's AC would be without the armor, is 10. If they roll below 10, the paladin's just gonna straight up dodge it, and their weapon doesn't even collide with the target. And that's kind of how I try to play it. But yeah, including more I guess, how did I say it earlier? I can't remember how I said it earlier, but it include a scale of success or failure. So if they succeed or fail by so much, they really, really do that. Which can be kind of hard for, I guess, like picking locks and stuff like that. But there's stuff you can do. There's stuff you can do, or just describe it as being extremely easy. It is absolutely no problem for you. But if they only kind of succeed, then well, maybe their lockpick took a little bit of damage. They weren't quite as gentle with it and stuff like that. There's a system called Genesis that uses a narrative system, features 3 ability dice, featuring difficulty dice, setback dice, boost dice, proficiency dice, challenge dice, narrative dice system. That's a lot of dice, though. That's a lot of dice. That sounds like it gets complicated. Bad cut and paste job. Oh, that's fine. It sounds like it gets complicated. And I don't know. Are we gonna talk about why people don't like 5th edition? Because that's kind of where my mind is starting to lean. Because I know people don't like it. The people that don't like 5th edition don't like it because it's been too far simplified from like 3.5, which is what a lot of them stuck with. Again, I don't care. I don't care. I'll play 3.5. It's complicated. It's very, very specialized because your characters do end up very specialized. But again, like, the vast majority of the game is all roleplay, so why does it matter? And then there's GURPS if you like complexity. No, I like simplicity. I like simplicity. That's why I'm looking forward to being able to play with the and I know I could have for like months now, but I'm looking forward to actually sitting down and playing with the Avatar Atlas system and just being like, oh, roll 2d6, and you always roll 2d6, so that if if your goal is to kill somebody or knock somebody off a cliff, you just roll 2d6, and if you succeed, well, they end up off the cliff. There's no HP, there's no nothing like that. It's just, did you do the thing? Sure, you did the thing, or no, you didn't do the thing, or you almost did the thing. Yeah, stuff like that. A more dexterous I don't know how to phrase this one. Able to move swiftly through crowds and obstacles alike. Agility based, yes. You are agile enough to integrate your dexterity into everything you do. Bum bum bum. We're writing it out like it's a video game. You are reliant on physical strength to overcome problems, whether they be puzzle or people. Great, cool. Dark Mage. Tapping into magics that are considered to be more dangerous and even taboo. You accomplish your tasks with your intellect. How's that sound? Wait. You accomplish your tasks. Tapping into magics that are considered to be more dangerous and even taboo. You accomplish your tasks with your intellect. Necromancers are just healers with really bad timing. Yeah. I've seen that meme. I think my favorite line in that is, I didn't get my medical license revoked for nothing. Light Mage. Let's see. Healing and life is a... Oh no, I was gonna say is a way of life, but... Healing and, nurturing are a way of... Oof. Life for you. As you pour your... You draw your power from sunshine, rainbows, and unicorn farts. You have glitter in all your makeup. Healing and nurturing are a way of life for you as you pour your heart, soul, and faith into what you do. There. Gladiator. An expert with weapons and armor. You specialize in battlefield tactics. Martial artist. My brain is fried, man. My brain is fried. And I'm starting to get hungry, which actually sounds about right. Am I thinking about a ranger type subclass? I guess we didn't put like anything archery up here, did we? We could change gladiator to ranger and go with more of a can't call them rangers. Can't call them rangers. We could, but again, I want to avoid giving anybody a like an expectation of what they'll be able to do. Because again, if I go, oh, we're gonna call this one a fighter and this one a rogue and this one a wizard and this one a warlock, I don't want people going in and thinking, okay, well, let's talk about our spell slots and let's talk about our packed gift, and who are shit, all that stuff. I don't want people to come in with expectations of them actually playing like a 5e game. I want them to come in and just expect to play a role-playing game. Ranger. This is probably a decent stopping point generally. Wilderness tracker for Ranger. Yeah. It's not bad. Not bad at all. Ranger is something, because actually, now that you mention it, I'm looking at it, and if you need foods, yeah. Well, actually, so my Saturday streams usually don't go past about 4 p.m. for me, because that's usually when I end. So in like 19 minutes or so, which is probably where I'm gonna call it quits for today. So I'll be getting food soon. But no, actually, as I'm looking over this, well, okay. So here's the thing. So you mentioned a ranger, and immediately my mind goes to, oh no, we don't have a bow wielder or anything like that. But we do. There's literally nothing that says that the gladiator can't use a ranged weapon, or the martial artist can't use a ranged weapon, or bandit or ninja, all of that stuff. Strider Aragorn was described as a ranger in Lord of the Rings. Yes, and actually that's what the ranger is pretty much based off of in D&D from what I've seen. Because the ranger, a D&D ranger isn't a ranged character. They are a survivalist. They are somebody who's good with all weapons. They're very much a martialist that has specialized in surviving out in the wilderness. So a ranger isn't a ranged character. They are a survivalist. And I think that that kind of thinking messes some folks up, because they get stuck in this, well, a ranger needs a ranged weapon, so all my rangers should have longbows. No, stop it. Give your ranger a greatsword. That's why, oh god, I have the book right here. Let's look at how they want you to actually build a ranger in 5e. Or how they suggest you build a ranger. Hey, I turned to one page off from the ranger. Okay, so quick build. First makes dexterity your highest ability score, followed by wisdom. But why? And then in parentheses it says some rangers who focus on 2 weapon fighting make strength higher than dexterity. Yeah. Brain, how's it going? It's been a while. Nah, you played a perfectly good ranger with a ranged battle master. Yeah, that's true. And actually, if you want to go like a ranged character, a battle master fighter with a bow, like a dex-based fighter, is OP. Completely OP. I played a dex-based Eldritch Knight. I played a dex-based Eldritch Knight, and it was so good. It was so good. Yeah, I've been a very, very busy time. Well, I'm glad you made it. I'm glad you showed up. You became a commissioned officer in your country's army. Oh, wow. Do you mind me asking which country? Phelan, so maybe martial artists for close-in fighting, small single-hand weapons, projectile weapons, warrior for those guys that like to reach out and touch someone. Israel. Oh, well. I don't know what to say, because I don't know if that's like an honor for you, or if it was just kind of like I have to do this now kind of thing. I don't know what your opinion is on it, so I don't know how to comment. But hopefully it was a good thing for you. And interesting. Now I know that I have viewers in Israel. That's crazy. Yeah, Phelan, I don't think it matters that much. I don't think it matters because there's no reason why any of these have to be specifically melee or ranged. They can be both. They can be either. So I'm kind of happy with this. You did it mainly as a job opportunity for the future and the steady pay during the... Oh, nice. Well, I mean, if it's something that you wanted to do and it's advancing your own personal goals, congratulations. Yeah. So I'm not gonna worry about it. Martial artist. Let's see. You incorporate acrobatics and flair into your fighting style. Able to distract and confuse foes. How's that? Your battle master was an 18 strength, 12 dex, 16 con Grugok elf, the UA subrace. Who used the oversized longbow from... Okay, yeah, that's great. I played a dex-based, get this. I played a dex-based halfling eldritch knight whose strength score was in the negative. Used a rapier, and used, what is it? The booming blade cantrip with also popping expeditious retreat. So it was just, I could zip around the battlefield, do tons of damage. Did I wear light armor or did I wear medium armor? I don't remember what I wore, but whatever it was, my AC was up high, plus a shield. And it was just, it felt like really, really fun. It was really, really fun, but also felt like it was maybe a little broken. But that's because dexterity is broken in 5e. A martial artist, wushu warrior. Yeah. Wow, that might be entirely the opposite of the Eldritch Knight you plan on playing. You essentially made a DS3 Abyss Watcher build. Ooh, nice. So I've played a strength-based Eldritch Knight before. Fighter is my favorite class. And people can bag on me for that as much as you want. Because I know a lot of people don't like fighters because they feel they're basic. I love the champion fighter too. But that's because I'm a numbers guy. And roleplay is so big for me that my attacks aren't just, I run up and hit him. It's, I'm bouncing off the wall and I'm doing a kick off the wall to get a little bit of extra height to come down on them. And, I'll incorporate the environment into my fighter's attacks. And I won't just use weapons. I'll use the environment around him. So I think that's why I like fighters as much as I do, is because sure, they are basic, but it gives me less it feels like it gives me less restrictions. Every party needs a brick that can tank and deal damage. Yeah, and that's why you bring a barbarian. That's why you bring a barbarian. Yeah, this isn't bad. Actually, Phelan, you have been huge today. You have been absolutely huge in helping me with this. And I'll kind of turn the conversation away from this choose your own adventure thing a bit. And I'll kind of go over my other stuff. If you guys are planning stuff, tell me. I have so much stuff. Like, stuff beyond stuff that I've planned. Tons of stuff. This is just for my campaign. And then I have other campaigns that I actually wanna work on, like this this one shot that I want to do for Halloween, which I might do this year. I was gonna do it last year, and then we just ended up not playing. So I'll likely do this one for this year's Halloween one shot, and I'm gonna want your guys' help with this. I have this Gauntlet / Sword Art Online tower inspired campaign that I need to work on, and it'll be a full campaign. But you guys have already helped me a little bit with it. I think a lot of the work went into my utilities stuff up here. I've also got my Cursed Circus campaign or one shot that I had already run as a Halloween one shot. I just need to write it out again because I lost all my notes on it. But I need to write it out and build it up. And I'm always happy to share some of my ideas from it, as well as getting your guys' input on it to make it better. And then, of course, my choose your own adventure thing. I have a lot of stuff in OneNote, and then I've got a lot of stuff that's written down that's not in OneNote. It is just, I have stuff all over the place, and I'm working on trying to get all my ideas actually sorted out. And then I'll put this out there because it is part of my plan. Eventually, at some point, I am looking to take a lot of this stuff and start publishing it on like Drive-Thru RPG and DM's Guild. So if you're ever looking to help with your own campaigns, or you need ideas of your own, you can always come here to these streams, or in the future it'll be on those, and I'll have links to those when I actually get all of that set up. So anything that's ever created will eventually be out there for everybody to use. It would be nice if I made a little bit of money from it, but we'll see. Some of it will probably be put up as like pay what you want, but some of the larger stuff, like this whole campaign, once I figure it all out and get it all planned, it'll be put up as like oh, this is definitely gonna cost you like $5 because this is a full level 1 through 20 campaign with all these different options for item creation and enchantment and shit like that. So it'll be ideally super in depth, but will probably take me a couple years. Just sharing my plans with stuff. And yeah, I do have a lot of stuff. So if you're ever planning your own things and you need Patreon tier awards, bonus content, yeah, absolutely. But if you guys are ever needing ideas for stuff, please feel free to ask. I've got tons of things popped up, and I like to think that I'm pretty good at pulling stuff out of my ass. I'd like to think that I'm good at improv, and I'm always looking for more practice, and that's, you know, another reason why I do these streams. And sorry, we're kind of winding down a bit because yeah, it's almost the end to my normal stream time for today. Again, I'm not going and playing D&D today, which is unfortunate, but two of my players said, "Hey, we're not gonna do that," because one of them was traveling literally all week and she wants some time to relax, and that's fair. Everybody, make sure you take time to relax, take time to take care of yourselves. That's one of the biggest things right now, is take care of yourselves, folks. Seriously. Do I have any ideas about how do you get blood stains out of white upholstery? Yeah, what is it? What type of upholstery are we talking, Phelan? And who did you murder? Who did you murder? How to get bloodstains out of white, we'll just say fabric right now. Hydrogen peroxide says boost. Lemon and vinegar says brain. Red rum. Let's see. Ooh, yes, there's a good thing. And actually, I'll put this out there. I am a father of 2 girls. I'm also married to a woman. It's very, very important to know how to get bloodstains out of fabric. Lots of rubbing with a damp cloth. Yeah, if it's Mark's son's rib tickles, everybody's in here. All right, so we're talking D&D, and all of a sudden chat is just me and Phelan. Nobody's interested. And then we start talking about how to get blood stains out of fabric, and everybody shows up. All right, fine. We're gonna do one of these days, we'll do like a good housekeeping stream, right? Where we share our ideas on how to clean stuff and how to cook things and how to sew things, all things everybody should know how to do, right? Lots of rubbing with a damp cloth if it's fresh. Yes. Best thing, for real, it's micro suede. And it was a cut on a finger, but the blood dried before I saw it. How long has the blood been on it, Phelan? That's the big thing. And welcome back, Rib Tickles. What happened when you were gone? We planned out a bunch of stuff. But yeah. We're having a bloodstain stream. I need What do bloodstains have to do with being married with kids? What have you done? They are all women, Mark Songs. They are all women. So it's good to know how to get blood out of fabrics and whatnot. We're all adults here, and if you're not an adult, well, get the fuck out of my stream. It's marked 18 plus only. My streams are marked not safe for work, but you know what? This is the real world, folks. We live in the real world, and women have periods, and you do not need to be afraid of it. But it's good to know how to clean it up. Yes. Ooh, I like that. I like that emote. Where's that from? Legend? Okay. IRL with blood. Yeah. Okay, so micro suede. It's been on there for weeks or months. Ooh. You might be screwed, Phelan. You might be screwed, because what happens is the... Oh, white. Let's see. Let's actually see if we can get it out. Micro suede. Oh no. Yeah, actually, Dr. Google, Phelan, says hydrogen peroxide. Use small amounts, okay? Use small amounts. Press it on. Don't swipe, don't wipe. Just press it on. I think I can get it out with scissors. No, you don't have to. Hydrogen peroxide. But use small amounts and just go slow, okay? Boost. Yeah, boost wins. But go slow, do small amounts. Otherwise, you can... If you don't do small amounts, what can happen is the hydrogen peroxide will actually... it'll shift the white of the surrounding fabric. So it's going to be careful work. But as long as you do it right, you can get the bloodstain out, regardless of how old it is. And if you don't know what hydrogen peroxide does... And I learned this from a guy that used to work as, like, he used to do janitorial stuff for a hospital. What hydrogen peroxide does is it actually breaks down the biological components. See, now I'm losing my words. But it's good for dissolving stuff from living things, which is also why, if you really want to get rid of a body, you use a lot of hydrogen peroxide. Theoretically, folks. Theoretically. Organics. Thank you, Phelan. My mind, it's like a rusted steel trap. Oh, winning. Oh, man. See, now I don't want to end it, because I like being able to sit and talk with you guys. It's always fun. And You guys are amazing for keeping me on task. Believe it or not, you guys are amazing for keeping me on task. But yeah, it's that I think it's that time. A shovel, a 50-pound bag of quick lye, and a hole out in the desert. Ooh. Theoretically, hypothetically, for educational purposes only, I've heard that if you really want to get rid of a body, you bury it in your backyard and then you plant something endangered on top of it. Something that's federally protected. Because then they can't dig it up. So... Hog farm. Ooh. I am not endorsing disposing of bodies in any way. I'm gonna snooze my ad because ad was about to pop. I am not endorsing the disposal of bodies in any form or capacity. I am not endorsing murder or anything like that. Just folks, we're learning here, right? We're learning for writing purposes. Of course. Organics have carbon, so it breaks carbon bonds. I think so. I'm not sure. I just know that it, like, hydrogen peroxide completely destroys organic material. Hog farm. Or anything like, yeah. We're running this joint like it's Egypt in 2000 BC. Yeah. All right. So before my internet cuts out because the FBI is about to bust down my door, let's go ahead and end the stream. Thank you again to everybody. Actually, since I have a bunch of people in here, and Boost, I know you're new. Phelan, I know you're new. But Mark Songs, Rib Tickles, Meatball's gone. But those of you that have been around, before I go, would you guys be interested in seeing, I guess, would you guys be interested in me doing streams where I work on, like, cleaning up miniatures, like 3D printed miniatures, painting them, or doing terrain building? Would you guys be interested in that? And yes, stream elements. If you guys aren't following me and you enjoyed yourselves, feel free to follow me. It means so much to me. I've been doing a lot of pimping of myself today. I don't usually do that. That would be awesome. You personally, you're more interested in design stuff, people creating classes and stuff. Okay, fair enough. And I can always do both too. You're less into miniatures, etc. yourself, but others might. Okay. Hey, you know, no, this is good to know. Okay, yeah. Well, I'll keep thinking on it, and I'll keep it in the back of my head, and we'll see how things go. And honestly, what might happen is me doing like my terrain building while I'm doing idea sharing and stuff like that, because I don't want to be it wouldn't just be me being quiet working on my terrain building and stuff. You're more delving into Egyptology. This idea was a decent one. Thank you. Variety being's a diverse group of followers. Yeah, that's true. Very true. All right. Well, I'm gonna stop putting this off. I'm gonna end the stream. But as I always like to do, I really like to do this. We're gonna share the love. So we're gonna raid somebody. We're gonna go raid Versius, and this is great. This is fantastic because if you guys want to stick around, She's playing Jackbox. She's playing Jackbox, which means that everybody should be able to join in and play with her. And I probably will. We'll see. We'll see. But this should be fun. This should be good. So if you guys want to, feel free to stick around for the raid. We'll go raid Versius, and probably play some Jackbox together, do all of that. Thank you again to everybody that is a new follower here. I greatly appreciate it. Everybody that's chatted with me. Phelan, thank you very much. You're absolutely amazing. Mark Songs, Rib Tickles, Boost. I'll shout out Angry Meatball as well. I cannot remember everybody else that chatted today, but thank you all very, very much. I love you all. As always, it's Video Game Study Lounge from GameChops on YouTube for the music. I pretty much listen to it all day long. And hopefully I see you guys on Monday for my next stream. Okay? All right. Have a good night, guys. Thank you very much. Bye.